Here we are in the week before the It's a Wonderful Life special. And the thing is, normally you'd expect me to start off by talking about the team I always wear every week, or my other team. I'm going to change it up a little bit. There's a couple of stories that definitely piqued my interest. I'm going to begin by saying there's this 11-year-old kid in suburban Chicago, because it's that time of year to see one of the classic movies of Christmas time, A Christmas Story. And apparently, this kid decided to take another kid up on the triple dog dare, if you know what I mean. That iconic scene where that kid gets his tongue stuck to the metal pole. Of course, kids 11 years old do not know about thermal conductivity. They don't know that heat does transfer to a cold body, i.e., the warm tongue to the cold metal. And you know what happens? The tongue gets stuck. And of course, like every other thing, you know what you need? Plenty of warm water. Or if you want to be reckless, try to rip it and cause them an emergency room visit. Well, you know what? Whenever somebody watches A Christmas Story, some kid's always going to attempt that. You know what? I kind of wonder if maybe when they air A Christmas Story that they ought to take that scene out. Well, of course, it doesn't take away from one of the holiday classics, but please, kids, if you watch it, I triple dog dare you not to do that stunt. But I triple dog dare you to not laugh, especially when the father tries to change a tire and Ralphie says, "Aw, fudge." I triple dog dare you to laugh at when the bloodhounds come running through and knock the turkey down from its perch, and they have to go to a Chinese restaurant to eat Christmas dinner. That's what I triple dog dare you to do. Enough of that. But I will tell you about Mark Sanchez. He hadn't been in the NFL since 2016, and of course, he's famous / infamous for the butt fumble 6 years ago. But the thing is, he just cannot stop being an ass clown, if you know what I mean. During last night's game against Philadelphia, Sanchez goes back to pass. He's stripped while he's being sacked, but the way the ball bounced, he used his keister to recover the ball. I just wonder, when is Mark Sanchez gonna stop being an ass clown? He's gonna get a good case of keister itch one of these days. And of course, everybody knows what happens when the old fire on the back porch happens. Enough about the butt, Mr. Sanchez. I think we've had enough of this. Now I'm gonna go from that to talking about my teams. Yes, we know where we're going bowling, Cuse fans. We're going down to Orlando. And the thing is, I thought all along it might be Iowa State who might be our opponent. Nope, it's a familiar foe. And you gotta wonder, is the Ben Schwartzwalder trophy gonna be up for grabs? 'Cause that's what it is whenever we meet. But West Virginia is going to be our opponent. And it's gonna be a pinball machine light up the sky type game. That's the way the points are gonna come. Ping, 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 ping. Tilt, ping, ping, ping. Careful, careful. That's what happens when there's tilt. But you know what? It's gonna be a lot of points. 'Cause you know Dana Holgerson has a big offense, but he doesn't really preach defense. And of course, you gotta wonder, how much is Dino Babers short up the defense? 'Cause I kinda wonder, West Virginia's got that firepower, especially with a guy who may be one of the top 5 picks in the NFL draft, Will Grier, and a big stable of wide receivers. It's going to be an exciting game. But I tell you what isn't exciting, watching the Orange basketball team struggle. Yes, it was the Battle of the Boeheims this past week. After a big victory against Ohio State in the ACC Big Ten Challenge, it was Boeheim versus Boeheim, with a Bayheim coaching and a Bayheim mom right there in the stands, wondering who was going to win. It was a win for the Orange, but it was very unimpressive after that impressive win over Ohio State. Which Syracuse team are we watching? Dr. Jekyll or Mr. Hyde? And of course, with our old friends from Georgetown coming into the Dome, we can't be Mr. Hyde. You know, we got Northeastern tonight, then we got Georgetown. We gotta be the badasses that we are in the Loud House. Come on, Cuse, start to get some consistency. And I also want to talk about the Bills there. We're getting Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde coming up with the offense. Allen is starting to mold into a pretty decent quarterback, but he's running too much. And you gotta wonder on that final play. He made something happen with his legs. He found a way to get open to throw the ball. But Charles Clay, what were your hands made of? Clay, stone, or what? You're wide open. You dropped the winning touchdown pass, and you're showing that, hey, we gotta cut you once the season ends. Another disappointing end for the Bills, which shows we're not gonna have a winning season. We're not going to the playoffs. You gotta wonder about this Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde business, especially 'cause it's past Halloween, past Thanksgiving, and on the way to Christmas. Oh well. And last but not least, speaking of Christmas, it's the annual Great Festival here in Seneca Falls, the It's a Wonderful Life Festival. 3 days of celebrating our connection to Frank Capra's classic movie. And of course, the cast members including Little Zuzu, Carolyn Grimes coming into town. And of course, the big iconic 5K race, which has really grown to being a super event. She announces the start of it by saying her famous line, "Every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings." Well, you know what? Promises to be another It's a Wonderful Life special, especially with our former police chief being awarded the George Bailey Award. Congratulations, Fred Capozzi. You deserve the award. And be on the lookout for the actors dressed up as iconic characters, especially the curmudgeonly one who's going to sit on Fall Street in his chair with his cigar and throw out insults to anybody. What you doing here? And also for the maybe 1,000 runners, I think, who are going to converge for the 5K. Should be a wonderful festival again. And let's just say that's it for me for this week. It's a Wonderful Life. See you next week.